Welcome to Beach Jam Media, your resource-driven oasis with your host, Jennifer Corbin Carson. Join us each week as we dive into hot topics and essential materials for individuals and businesses. We invite you to get your feet wet and explore life's offerings. From insightful discussions to practical advice, we're here to navigate the tides of change together. Come join us for Beach Jam Media, where knowledge flows endlessly and where the currents of insight never stop. So come on, let's get our feet wet and explore what's waiting for us on the beach.
Good morning, everyone. Glad you are here with us at Beach Jam Media. I am your host, Jennifer Corbin Carson, and I am a mom, a wife, a grandma, an entrepreneur, a business owner, and so that means I wear many hats. And the hats that I wear for you today is the resource hat. So at Beach Jam Media, we're all about the resources and what we can do to help you when things wash up in life. So we will be back after these messages to have a all right, let me restart that sentence. We have a great show for you today, so stay tuned and we will be back after these messages.
Beach Jam Media is your resource-driven oasis, hosted by Jennifer Corbin Carson. Each week, we dive into hot topics and essential resources for individuals, businesses, veterans, and their families. Join us for insightful discussions and practical advice as we navigate the tides of change together. At Beach Jam Media, knowledge flows endlessly and insights never stop. Contact us to be a part of our show at our email address, beachjammedia@gmail.com.
Good morning again. Thanks for sticking with us. So today we have a great show for you. We have, so the Olympics have been in the news lately and everybody's watching them. We're most everybody, I guess. But the veterans have their own. And so to give us a little bit more insight in that, we have Greg Swars. He is a VA media specialist and Army veteran with us today. Hi, Greg. How are you?
Hey, Jennifer. Good morning.
Good to see you.
Hi, Jennifer. Good morning. Here.
Good morning.
Same here.
So you are a VA media specialist at the VA. Give us a little insight in what that is.
Sure. What I do here, I do all the photography, I do all the videography, and what I'm doing is I'm telling the veterans stories through my photography and stuff like that. It's a very rewarding job. I get to go out and speak with other veterans and basically tell their stories. So I also call myself a storyteller also.
And you're an Army vet, right? So what did you do in the Army?
I was in the infantry in the Army, and also went to Haiti, um, and I just kind of stuck with that. I got police work, and then eventually ended up in the media specialist field.
That's great. Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about, so we talked yesterday, I think it was, right? About,
Yeah.
You just came back from the wheelchair games. So why don't you tell everybody a
Yes,
little bit
ma'am.
about what the National Wheelchair Games are all about? I did a little bit of digging, but, I think you just came back from it, so you have firsthand knowledge.
All right, I got you. The wheelchair games is called the National Veteran Wheelchair Games, and they've been doing it since 1981. Largest their wheelchair sporting event. So they do it every year. They do it in different locations. Each to Tampa. We've been to Dallas. We've been to in a number of places. We just come to New Orleans, and next year it's going to be in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So we're looking forward to that. But anyway, it's an event for spinal cord injury patients, amputees, multiple veterans that have been diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and also any other kind of neurological disorders where they have to compete in a wheelchair. So that's that. Yeah.
All right. So you said
Um,
they've been going on since 1981. Now, how many events are there?
Events that they can compete in. Um, our veterans here at the Dublin VA Med Center usually they're kind of low key, so they're kind of like they'll do air rifle, soccer, wheelchair slalom, and bocce and bowling. We kind of specialize in those areas, and they've medaled every year. You know, last year we got 23 medals with 7 athletes. This year we got 16 medals with 5 athletes, 5 gold, 5 silver, and 6 bronze. So it was very rewarding. I've been going since 2012, and that first year I was hooked because it's something to see. um, Rewarding.
Well, I can imagine how rewarding it is for the players as well. And and they get to
Mhm.
travel, they get out, they get to do a
That's
sport
it.
that they love. The only thing
Hmm.
I saw on there was there's no archery. So where's the archery?
Oh, yes, there is archery. They do have archery.
Oh,
They each year they kind of change the rules a little bit. This year you had to provide your own bow and that kind of thing, and we didn't have. We don't have our own bows here. Um, so there is
well,
archery, and we've had a couple veterans participate in that in the last several years. So yeah, there is archery.
okay, that's great to know. Well, we might be able to help with that bow situation. Let me see what I can drum up. Um, uh,
Okay.
but because I know a few people down there, down your way, that do archery. My son and I are heavily into archery, and
Okay.
so we love the sport. And I didn't see it on the
Hmm.
website. That's why I asked.
Oh, okay. I got you.
But
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, it's wonderful to have an outlet like that for them, and also it's national,
Hmm.
right? So any veteran,
Right.
any disabled veteran that's in a wheelchair can participate, right?
Right. Right. As long as they meet those requirements, a spinal cord injury, amputee, multiple sclerosis, or any other kind of neurological disorder. Yeah.
Okay.
And if
Very-
they want to participate, all they got to do is let their provider know that they want to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that'd be great.
Uh,
Yeah.
and it goes to our recreation service, and they uh, start the training with legally after they clear their. Uh,
Wow, that's fantastic. Well, everything,
yeah.
it seems like most things through the VA, if you want to participate in a lot of the resources, you have to go through your PCP, your primary care physician.
Right.
Um,
Right.
yeah. So this is one of them. And so anybody in the United States, right, that's a veteran can participate.
Absolutely.
Um, so
Absolutely.
what are they? Are there?
We had 529 veterans that participated across the nation
Wow.
this year.
Wow.
And then we also had a group that comes from Great Britain every year. Uh,
So not only people are participating from the continental United States, they're participating from overseas, right? They're veterans that live overseas and are
yes.
participating. Awesome. That's
Well,
fantastic.
these yeah well these are the Great Britain veterans that come in, and they do a fantastic job
Oh,
every year. Yeah. So they've been invited, and they send a team every year. Yeah,
that's fantastic. So it's
yeah,
not just
it
it's an
is.
international event like the Olympics.
Yeah. Basically, but Great Britain is really the only one that we've had come out so
Right.
far.
Right. Well, there's a chance to grow. There's always a chance to grow.
Absolutely, absolutely,
So
absolutely,
So what is your
absolutely.
role at the games? So what does a normal day look like for you?
Uh, Gotta be at the events an hour before they start, and the events usually start about 7:30, 8 o'clock. So they're on the buses at 6:30. Uh, so it's an early morning. So we're usually starting getting ready about 5 o'clock. Since we're one of the only VAs that sends inpatients, our nursing staff is up round the clock providing that 24/7 care for them. So they're I just document it with my camera and stuff. I'm using either a still camera, a GoPro, or I just started using the Insta 360, 360. Uh, 5 veterans to the events every I'm usually probably about maybe 10, 11 o'clock at night getting into bed, because once the events end, and they can end like right around 9:30 or so, um,
Mhm.
then I have to edit my photos and all that stuff, and then put them on our Facebook page. Um, so yeah, I have late days. I'm usually probably anywhere from 19 to 20 hour days that whole week, but
Wow.
it is so, it is so. And our page, if you want to see the pictures, if you go to Dublin VA Medical Center on
Mhm.
Facebook, that's where I post
Mhm.
all of our pictures, usually daily, uh, while we're there.
I'm making notes. Because the older
I
I get, the
understand.
more
I hear
if I don't write it down, it's not sticking up here.
you. The same thing. And I have to do the same thing. But the
So
part remembering the notes.
right. So do you have a book or anything that you have published about these stories for veterans? About the veterans?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't. I just have a. I'm thinking about it, but it's usually just the photos that I have and videos that I have of the games, But I haven't published anything. But it's an interesting
Okay.
idea, though.
So there's a he was on before. There's a veteran named David Vargas, and he's out of Florida, and he has been
Mm-hmm.
he recently published a book. He's a veteran as well, and he recently published a book
Okay.
about veteran stories in Florida, where
Okay.
the veterans around him, and so it's I have it on the way. But if you want to look him up, and see what he's done, I mean, that might be a
Yeah.
spark to help you
Yeah.
along that way. Because I'd love to see it. I like picture books.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. I got you. And I can put little captions and stuff like that. So
There
yeah,
you
that's a
go.
good idea.
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
yeah.
Thank you.
Well, yeah, and I mean, people have, it doesn't necessarily have to be, I mean, right now, everything has changed, right? And
Right.
it's, and the norm is not the norm anymore. So if you want to do
That's
your own
right.
thing, why
Mm-hmm.
not?
Yeah,
So,
that's right. That's right. That's a good
um,
idea.
and
Thank
I
you for
also,
that.
yeah, absolutely. So I also saw that the PVA, Paralyzed Veterans of America, Paralyzed Veterans
Yes,
Association, or Paralyzed Veterans of America.
Paralyzed Veterans of America. Yeah,
Okay.
they co-host this with us every year with the VA, and they are an excellent organization. Um, the president, Robert Thomas, is a good friend of mine, and they really they advocate for these disabled veterans, but that are into wheelchairs and stuff, trying to get them out. They do activities. They do activities throughout the year. So I encourage our veterans, if you have any of those kind of injuries, get with get with your local chapter. They have a chapter in every state, and we have the Southeastern Paralyzed Veterans of America in Augusta, Georgia here. So if you're
Yeah,
interested, you just contact me and I can put you in touch with the right people.
that's great. Tell people how to
Mhm.
get a hold of you.
Okay, you can contact me here at the VA at 478-272-1210. My extension is 73140, or you can email me at gregory.swars, and that's SWARS, at va.gov.
Perfect. And I'm writing it down again too. Um, so, uh,
Gotcha.
so we had how many? You said we had how many people from Georgia participate?
Oh, now from Georgia, we had from Atlanta and of course our team. So we probably had about, I think it was like 23 or 25 total from Georgia that went. And so we were just a small 529 veterans that participated this year.
Right. Well,
Now,
hopefully you guys get
I,
more next year.
oh yeah, 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 we will. And we really want to encourage our inpatients uh, to keep going. Um, and like family members, if you have you have a loved one that's like that, or somebody that's like that, you can give us a call, and we'll out. I kind of take it upon myself to get people in the right direction. Like I said, primarily it's getting to know, getting with your primary care provider, and letting them know that you want to attend or are interested in it, and they'll do the physicals and all that stuff like that, if you can go or not.
Okay, so the first step is get with your PCP, your primary care
Right,
partner, and the next
right.
step would be to get all the exams
It's
and everything.
right. They have a medical clearance form that they use, and it's basically just it really falls on the primary care provider to see if you're healthy enough to perform and compete. And so
Okay,
yeah,
and then what comes after
and
that?
then
So you have, and do you have an
what
application?
comes is your primary care provider will put in a consult to the recreation department, and then recreation will take the registration and all that stuff uh, according to the game, whichever game it comes up. Because they've got, gosh, they probably got about 6 events each year that veterans can participate in. It's not just limited to the wheelchair games. You got the Golden Age Games, which is coming up at the end of this month, which is going to be Salt Lake City, Utah, and I'm going to be yeah. And but you also
Yay!
have art. That's right. We have a winter sports clinic where you go to Snowmass in Colorado, and you ski, during the winter months, and then we also have the summer. Oh God, what's it called? Um, Summer clinic where you go out to San Diego, California, and you surf and you do water sports and that kind of thing. And, we also have a crafts festival that is part of this program also. So there's a lot of things that you can do, and don't think that because you have a disability you can't do it, because you can. If you look up on YouTube, if you look up National Veteran Games, you'll be amazed at the videos that you see and what they're doing. I mean, they're doing, wheelchair basketball, wheelchair rugby. This year we had an exhibition of wheelchair football. So, I mean, there's tons of stuff that you can do. You're just finding a different way to do things. So to me, you're not disabled. You're just finding a different way to do things. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. And is there a main
Mhm.
web page at the VA that you can go to get more information on all of those programs that you just mentioned?
Yes, let me go back in. I have them right here. Let's see. Come on, come on, come on. It's going to be the VA. It's going to be the department.va.gov, and then, well, no, if you go to va.gov and you put in
Hmm.
adaptive sports and arts, see you will see the events that they have during the year.
Okay. Now, so all of those programs that you just mentioned, the
Uh
crafts,
huh.
the skiing, all of
Yep.
the surfing, all of those are represented underneath that umbrella of the adaptive sports, correct?
That's right. That's right. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. It is.
Okay. So
Yep.
so for those of you who are listening and are interested, your first thing is you go to your primary care physician or partner and you tell them that you want to participate in the adaptive sports, and
Yep.
they will get your exams and everything that you need, and then they will pass
Hmm.
your information to the recreation department, and
Right.
it will go from there. Okay. So for those
That's
of you,
right.
that is the
Yep.
process. Yep. And if you have questions, you can call Greg tell him your number one more time.
Okay. 478-272-1210, and the extension is 73140. Or email me at Gregory Swars, but again, SWARS at va.gov.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for being on with us today. We appreciate the information. I didn't even know that they had such a thing until, I was talking with you and, oh, by the way, so no, it's all great information. And, it's not just for, the, the, the criteria is for the wheelchair bound or neurological people with neurological problems, but
Right.
this is another avenue to where people who have um, different abilities, maybe not disabilities,
Right.
right, but different abilities, can go and
Right.
have fun, get some exercise, and just do some of the sports that they
That's
love.
right.
Yeah. So
The National
again, Greg,
Veteran, they have, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was going to say that they have, the National Veteran Golden Age Games, which are for
Hmm.
any veteran over the age of 55. and this year it's going to be in Salt Lake City. And it's same thing. You have to let your primary care provider know, and we'll get the ball rolling. So yeah.
Well, I'm going to try and participate next year. Oh, no, I can't.
Okay.
What am I saying?
What?
I'm not there yet. But I will.
You know what? You'll find something. There's something there for you to do. Trust me.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. Yes, because you can. Oh, yes, thanks for bringing that up. You can also volunteer if you don't
Hmm.
want, if you cannot participate in the games, you can also volunteer. And
That's
that,
right.
what is the National Veterans website?
Okay, so if you go to va.gov and you put in
Mhm.
adaptive sports and arts in the search, it'll take you right to the main page, and then you can see all the programs that you can participate in. I mean, they've even got a disabled veterans golf clinic. So in Iowa. So I mean, there's a lot to do for veterans. There's no excuse. So since I was in the infantry, I exercise. All right. So
Right.
now,
So you heard Greg.
you know,
No excuses.
that's for excuses. I have no excuses. I have no
Right. Right.
excuses. So yeah.
Yep. Perfect. All right. Thanks again, Greg. We appreciate your time and what you do for our disabled veterans. And thanks again. And we will put his information in the comments down below if you're on YouTube. And don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you later. Thank you.
All
So
right.
you can join us. You can join us every Wednesday at 11 a.m. live. And if you can't join us for the live version, you can join us on YouTube. Just search for Beach Jam Media. We are in the Reinvented Life Network, so you can search by that way too. But don't forget to like and subscribe if you are on YouTube. There are big changes coming, so I suggest that you stay tuned and join us next Wednesday as we have more resources for you, and we will see you at the beach.
In the calm of early morning, when the day begins anew, we pause to reflect. May holds a special significance beyond just being another month. It is time for solemn remembrance, gratitude, and honoring those who've made tremendous sacrifice for our freedom. To all who served in the military, across all branches, and the National Guard, to the veterans, and to the families who support them through thick and thin, we express our heartfelt thanks. Your courage, sacrifice, and unwavering dedication inspired us deeply. As we commemorate Military Appreciation Month, we recognize the importance of standing by our newest recruits. Those brave individuals venturing into an unknown, responding to duties called with determination, deserve our utmost respect and guidance. Equally important is our commitment to support those actively serving in the Air Force, Coast Guard, Army, Navy, Marines, Space Force, and National Guard. Whether deployed abroad or stationed at home, they carry out their duties with honor and integrity. It is our responsibility to ensure they have the resources, care, and unwavering support necessary to fulfill their missions. So, as we observe Military Appreciation Month, let's unite in gratitude and solidarity. Let's honor the past, support the present, and inspire the future. To all who serve, have served, and those who stand beside them, we extend our deepest appreciation. Happy Military Appreciation Month.
Thank you for tuning in to Beach Jam Media with your host, Jennifer Corbin Carson. We hope today's dive into hot topics and valuable resources left you feeling refreshed and inspired. Our mission is to keep you informed and engaged as we ride the waves of what washes up in life together. Until next time, stay curious, keep the conversation flowing, ask questions, and let the glisten of the shoreline guide your journey. Goodbye.